getting that the victory on the last SEC game. Questions?
Okay. First one is from Brian Matthews.
Hi, Coach. Thanks for speaking to us. Any explanation for how, you can go 3 quarters offensively and not really be able to do much at all, especially on third down, and just, a 95-yard drive and then another long drive there in the fourth?
Yeah, they take a lot of chances. They're very unconventional. We knew that, they may get us some in the run game, third down. They really played well. They disguised some of their coverages. They stopped one of our plays and we adjusted. But second half, with the game on the line, our guys responded. And, of course, Tank had another big game, running the football. Bo and Seth, they hooked up for the big touchdown. That was a key play. I think it was third down and 13 or something like that. But, they found a way with the game on the line.
And if a quick follow-up, after what happened in the fourth quarter against Texas A&M, what does it mean to you and this team to do sort of the opposite here at Mississippi State?
There is no doubt on the road, and they responded. And, this team, if you really look at it, we've had ups and downs, but, man, they've been resilient, and they just keep coming back. They played extremely hard. Like I said, there's a lot of positive energy out there, and it was good to win it the way we did.
Thank you.
We'll go to Justin Ferguson.
Gus, your defense has had a couple of really rough games. This game did probably everything you had to against the air raid. How impressive were they tonight?
Yeah, they were very impressive. Like I said, that quarterback has really been playing well, on 2 road games. And we were able to put constant pressure on him, make him uncomfortable. That's what we talked about. He threw 2 interceptions. He's been protecting the ball very well. And our guys covered. I mean, our guys covered. They contested a lot of throws, even the ones that they caught. And then we hit them. I mean, it looked like an Auburn defense. And so real proud of those guys and the effort they had tonight.
Go to Jordan Hill.
I just want to ask about Brendan getting the start on the offensive line, just if Broderius wasn't available, and how you thought Brendan held up in that. Yeah,
Broderius tried to give it a go in pregame and just couldn't go. And Brandon got his first start. He's still learning, but he plays with great effort. He tries to play physical, obviously rushing for 200 yards against that group. That says a lot about our offensive line. I really think with the way that we've had with injuries and things like that for our offensive line to come out week 10 with a new starting right tackle, I can't say enough good things about that group.
If you have a question for Coach Malzahn, if you'll list it in the chat, we'll go to Mark Murphy.
Yeah, Coach, could you talk about the defense third down stop success tonight and also Tank Bigsby's yards after contact?
Yeah, first of all, third down. I mean, our guys really responded. And I know they're tired of hearing third down defense. Well, tonight they responded in a big way against a team that's pretty solid on third down. And then Tank, he's done that all year. He had that time he got injured there and it kind of set him back. But, he runs violently. He breaks tackles. He's very explosive. I don't think he's 100% right now. And he rushed for almost 200 yards, on the road against, one of the best statistically defenses in our league. So I think that's a lot of good things going on with him.
Next is Jason Caldwell.
Gus, you mentioned Tank in that running game. Did you feel like early on you guys maybe because of their numbers and the things maybe gave them too much credit and then you got to that running game late, just kind of all the things early?
Yeah, maybe we were throwing it a little bit early. We had the big holding call, going in and it put us back second down and 25 or something. And then we had another holding penalty. We threw it to Eli and I think Seth got a holding penalty. We got the ball down to 3. Both those were tough right there, or we'd have felt a little bit better about the first half. But there was a feeling out period. We did think that the longer the game went on, that we would be able to lean on them a little bit and start getting a push, and we were able to do that in the second half.
Let's go to Steve Moulton.
Coach, I know you just hit the finish line, but you mentioned it last week of this being a grind, and really you've been going since July. So now that you've hit the finish line, playing 10 SEC games, winning 6 of them, what has this season meant to you, Coach?
Well, I just told our team how proud that I am of those guys for the sacrifice they made to be able to play 10 SEC games or 10 games without, having a setback other than that 1 week, But the sacrifice they've made, to play. Is I can't say enough great things about our players. Our team has great character. We have the majority of those guys back, and so real excited about that.
Okay, we've got time for 4 more that are in the chat. David Pascal.
Gus, when you think about it, like you guys, Georgia, LSU, y'all are used to, trying to get to that championship game. You didn't this year, but people were questioning y'all's motivation this week, kind of, without the championship to play for. What was motivating? I mean, you guys just lost to a couple of top 5 teams, obviously, but how was that motivation challenge this week, and how was that response?
Our team has showed up to play every week. As far as getting their minds set, they wanted to send the seniors out this last game. That was a tough one last week, at home. And we've done a really good job of sending our seniors out with a victory at home. We weren't able to do that this week, and the team wanted to do that. And and then we just kind of talked about, all the way back to June 4th when we showed up and the process. And, this is the last rodeo. So let's finish this thing on a positive note. And our team was committed to doing that. And they had very positive spirited practices this week. And they just kept answering the bell. Like I said, it says a lot about their character. It says a lot about, who they are as a team.
Jeff Spiegel.
Gus, my apologies if you've already addressed this, but in terms of what you want to do between now and the bowl game, how do you want to handle that with your team?
I want to give them about 2 weeks off to do nothing but relax their mind and body. And, it's been a physical, mental, and emotional grind. And our coaches, they need to break too. So we're going to relax and we're going to get ourselves, kind of refreshed. And then we'll cross that bridge, when the next step happens.
We've got 2 more. First one's from Justin Ferguson.
Hey, Gus, Bo had a rough first 3 quarters, but then he had the big throws to Seth there late, and Seth had, a big fourth quarter as well. Did you see anything different from those guys and just kind of their ability to bounce back?
Yeah, it was tough early. There was a lot of swings. Carlson kept us in the game. But then that 95-yard touchdown drive on the road, I mean, that was – you think about, I don't know how many we've had, but we've had some long drives this year. And that was just another one right there. And then the third downs, and, of course, the first one's always the toughest one. I think it was third down and 11, 12, or maybe it was 9. I can't remember. But we hit the little smash route. It was a perfect throw, perfect route right there. And then we were able to go down there and score, and that gave us a little bit of breathing room. And, of course, they went down. They had the kickoff return, and they scored on a short field, and we were able to go 75. And, that offense played their best ball with the game on the line.
Our last question for Coach is from Jordan Hill.
Gus, you mentioned the defensive effort tonight, 6 sacks. Just how big was that against a freshman quarterback to be able to get after him like that?
Not a whole lot of people have been able to get to him as of late. And so I thought Coach Steele did a great job of mixing stuff up. I thought our guys played with unbelievable energy. And, we had a pass rush. We sacked him 6 times. I mean, that was a huge key. And even when we didn't get to him, we got around him. And like I said, too, I mean, our defensive backs, they were glued on them, and they contested just about every ball, down the field.